Wake up! What's up guys, Ian here from Sleep Deprivation, back with another World of Warcraft discussion video. And originally today's video was going to be all about my conspiracy theory that says that Project 70 was intentionally designed to fail. Unfortunately, that's actually going to have to wait a little bit, and if you're already a little bit confused as to what I'm talking about, I mentioned in my previous WoW discussion all about how Project 70 failed and what it was all about and all that kind of stuff, so be sure to link that video at the end of this one as well as in the description below. Definitely go check it out if you're at all confused. But today I'm actually going to be talking about Project 80 because it was recently announced by Sodapoppin and talked about by a few other streamers and whatnot on Twitch that Project 80 is going to be starting, and it's actually starting in just a couple days on Monday. So a lot of people are really excited about it, but I figured I just talked about how Project 70 failed, so maybe we should have a little bit of a chat about Project 80. Is it worth it? I mean, as I mentioned already, Project 70 was a complete bust, a total failure, died after just over 3 weeks, with most of the players gone within the first week and a half. And Project 60, which was done before that, also really wasn't that big of a hit. I mean, there was a lot of hype behind it, but people kind of just breezed through it really quickly and then gave up on it. And that's kind of led to there being a little bit of a stigma behind Project 80, sorry. So I'm here to talk about the pros and cons and whether it's actually worth it to check it out. So as already mentioned, Project 70 failed, but that doesn't necessarily mean Project 80 will fail. So I'm going to start off by talking about the good things, the things to look forward to, the things that might make this project succeed. I can't fucking talk, Christ. So, for starters, and this is the biggest thing, one of the main things that held Project 70 back was the fact that it was released just a week and a half before the release of patch 7.3, which meant it had to compete with brand new World of Warcraft content. And when you're trying to run a project based around old content and have it compete with new content, that tends to not do very well at all. That leads to failure. But Project 80 is in a much better position when it comes to World of Warcraft patches, because it's been months now since patch 7.3 released. So there's a lot of people that are already bored of the current WoW content and looking for something different to do. And on top of that, there's also been the release of patch 7.3.5, which has completely changed the leveling process and everything in regards to how all that kind of stuff works with old content. So that could lead to things being very exciting, actually. It could be a whole different experience, and it has the potential to make a project based around old content, like Project 80, a lot more fun. So I'm actually thinking that this has a lot of potential by that alone. And the second big thing that might increase its ability to succeed is the involvement of the streamers. Now, once again, going back to Project 70, the majority of the streamers quit within the first week. And there were things like DreamHack, as well as them wanting to go play patch 7.3 and a variety of other things that prevented them from being able to participate as long as possible. It could also be the fact that Project 70 was started shortly after Project 60, so a lot of them might have been a little bit burnt out on the old content after already doing Project 60, and then may not have been as excited for Project 70 as they could have been. So, I think there's a higher chance that the streamers will be involved, and will be involved for a long period of time for Project 80, so that is something to look forward to, and another reason why I think the project will succeed. Now, with that being said, we can't just talk about the good things. There's also, obviously, the bad. You don't get a stigma about these projects failing if there isn't good reason for it. As mentioned before, both in Project 60 and Project 70, the streamers didn't really stick around very long. In Project 60, they just kind of breezed through all the content and then we're done. And in Project 70, they didn't even finish the content. They got a week's worth of playing in and we're gone. So who's to say that they're going to stick around for Project 80? I mean, they might just say they're going to do it for a short little while just to get a nice little boost in their viewership, and then go back to doing whatever it was they were doing before, or come up with some excuse to quit. There's also the fact that, hey, they've already tried this whole project thing twice before, with Project 60 and Project 70. And while some people might say, hey, maybe they've learned from that, maybe they're going to do better, maybe the fact that the previous projects both kind of failed is evidence that they're not good at running this stuff. And that it's going to fail because they don't know how to make it succeed. But there's no real way to tell. It's just, you basically are down to the point where you have a chance for it to do better, but all the evidence, if you're looking at the past, says it's not going to work out. There's also the fact that a lot of people, like myself, I was super excited for Project 70, and I really wanted it to do well. I stayed till the very end, till it was completely dead, till I was logging on day after day and seeing just nobody else on, like not one other person. So I might have been the last guy in the project, I don't know. But after that, I don't want to try Project 80. I don't want to risk it. I don't want to go put all this time and effort into doing something that could be fun just for it to fail. So I'm not going to play Project 80. And there might be a lot of other people that are like me, which means you're not going to get the same player base that you did before, because people are skeptical. So you got skeptical people, leadership that has already failed twice, and the fact that it's just you don't know. There's all this worry about whether or not it will succeed. But ultimately, I think it has a better chance. I'm going to say that if you didn't get a chance to play the previous projects, or if you really like Wrath of the Lich King, which, by the way, is Blizzard's most successful expansion to this date, if you look at it from a pure numbers point, then go for it. It might definitely be worth it. But just be careful, and be aware that this might just fall flat. So, I just wanted to get this quick video out. I want you all to be aware that it is happening. It's happening on Monday, if you're excited for it. I don't know a whole lot about what's going on. Not a lot of information is out yet, but if you are curious, pay attention to Sodapoppin and a few other streamers that are involved as well, and they'll give you more information when the time comes. But my name's Ian from Sleep Deprivation. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to stay tuned, because we got a few good things coming up in the next couple weeks. As I mentioned earlier, in the next couple weeks there's going to be the discussion video of my conspiracy theory that suggests that Project 70 was intentionally designed to fail. But there's also something even bigger coming out, and that's my collaboration with K-Bash. That'll be coming out in the next couple weeks here as well. I'm super excited for that. I'm not going to say what game it is, but we're going to have two different videos coming out. One on our channel here on Sleep Deprivation, and one on his channel. Ours is going to be us teaming up together in the game, and his is us going to be going against each other. So it's going to be really exciting. Stay tuned. Be sure to hit that subscribe. Be sure to hit that subscribe. Click the bell, and you definitely won't miss out on it. It's going to be worth it. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Take care.